Family of Camp Stone, Shalom Lachem. I understand that you're a little bit in Galut, because you can't be in Camp Stone exactly. However, I'd like to spend a few moments speaking to you about what Camp Stone means from the backdrop of the situation that we're in today, and that you are in today. Because sometimes when the place is not there to be used as usual, you think a bit of it in retrospect, and it becomes more meaningful and more alluring. I want you to think along with me. We're a very fortunate generation. For the last 2,000 years after the destruction of Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh, and now Beit HaMikdash, we've been in exile, from country to country to country. How come we're the fortunate generation that came back to Israel? Why us? I think our grandparents and great-grandparents were more religious and more learned. Why us? And I tell you what I believe with all my heart. You have to go back to Parashat B'Shalach, when the Jews were given their freedom from Egyptian slavery. And the Jews are allowed to leave Egypt. They leave very quickly. And they're fundamentally in the desert. And all of a sudden they feel, they hear in back of them great noise. The Egyptians have returned to bring them back into Egyptian servitude. They panic. And whenever they panic, they fetch to Moshe. What do you mean, Moses? Why did you take us into the desert? There weren't enough graves in Egypt? Why are we in the desert? Moses then prays to God. But before Moses prays to God, he says to the Jews, don't worry, in effect. Don't be concerned. Hityatzvu u'ra'u et Yeshuat Hashem. Stand still and look for the salvation of the Lord. Hashem yilachem lachem va'atem tacharishun. God will do battle for you. You just be silent. And Moshe Rabbeinu prayed to God. I think I know his prayer. God, watch my back. Protect me, I'm your shliach, I'm your agent. Make the miracle. Make the miracle that allows the Jews to get into Israel. They should be silent, and you'll do battle for them. That's what I promised them. Rashi is amazing and very difficult. Rashi says, God responded to Moshe, Lo eit ata, this is not a time for you to pray. This is the time for you to act. The very next pasuk, Daber el b'nei Yisrael v'yisau. I, God, made the first step. I took you out of Egypt. The rest is up to you. You have to get yourselves to Israel. You have to go. Daber el b'nei Yisrael v'yisau. Let them fight the Egyptians. Or let them swim across the Reed Sea and get to the other side near Israel. But the responsibility of freedom means it's up to you. And there will not be the redemption until you make it happen by coming to Israel. This is how I see Camp Stone. Camp Stone is one of those magnificent institutions that is a little Israel in the Galut, with the taste and the smell, the fragrance and the excitement, the Hebrew and the Torah. They're almost that which is to be found in Israel. I hope this year you'll be able to feel it a little bit by virtue of the classes that you're getting this way. But you'll even appreciate Camp Stone more, and those who appreciate Camp Stone would appreciate Israel even more. Because Camp Stone is a bit of a replica, with the Hebrew, the language, and all of the things that you do in arts and crafts that tie you to Israel. But the real thing is much better than the replica, and that's in Israel. Very important institution, a very inspiring institution. And Be'ezrat Hashem, next summer should be a summer in camp the way it should be. But right afterwards, may many of you find yourselves in Medinat Yisrael. Shalom, shalom.